Hi, this is Brooks Robinson. This is Group 6, and we're going to be talking about VPNs and how to, and demonstrating how to set one up. Our group consists of Juan Alvarez, myself, Brooks Robinson, Michael Allred, and Evelyn Brandt. So to talk a little bit about what a VPN is, the virtual private network, which enables a user to send and receive data through shared or public networks as if their computing devices were directly connected to a private network. It basically lends to you a temporary IP address and hides your IP address from any website and emails. So it took us a little bit of time and effort to find a free VPN with remote access capabilities service. And what we were able to discover was LogMeIn Hamachi. From what I understand, Hamachi was purchased by LogMeIn because LogMeIn didn't have a true VPN service. LogMeIn Hamachi is a hosted VPN service that lets you securely extend LAN-like networks to distributed teams and mobile workers. And it's also a proprietary centrally managed VPN system consisting of the server cluster managed by the vendor of the system and the client software, which is installed on end user computers. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit demonstrate this connection. So what I've done here is I have set up a network per se on my laptop. As you can see here, I'm going to then join this network. So here's my MacBook Pro that I have set up the network on. And through here I can browse files on that network. I can also chat to the user. And so from my laptop, I can send myself messages, and I can also send back messages back to my laptop. So LogMeIn Hamachi also provides this web-based interface that you can use to manage all of your networks. You can set up the passwords. You can set up the name and what type of network architecture you plan on, VPN architecture you plan on setting up. Basically, it lets you control a lot of different various things. If you go to security here in the settings, you can set up more layered levels of security to access the network that you've set up. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, and my name is Michael Allred, and I'll be presenting the rest of the presentation here. But just a little bit about the protocols that Hamachi uses is it mainly uses the UDP protocol, which is the user datagram protocol. And this one is usually preferred by VPNs because it has faster speeds, but it is lacking somewhat in reliability and error checking. But after Hamachi tries UDP, if UDP doesn't connect, then it tries TCP, which is what most devices use. And that one is probably doesn't have that much more of a likelihood to work in cases that UDP doesn't. But it is it is Hamachi's second option, but that one's a little bit more heavyweight. It uses more system resources, so it's a little bit slower connection. And Brooks showed us a little bit on the security option that he showed us of what Hamachi's multi-factor authentication options are. And here's a couple of them. You can send an email to the person that logs in, or you can you can enter in a security code. And Evelyn provided us with a second option here, which these are the steps to go through it. But this is it's basically an add-on service for a VPN that allows for multi-factor authentication on a VPN through like an SMS message or a phone call or an email. And just some basic pros and cons of VPNs. Some pros are, especially on public networks, it has a lot more security. And so for company computers, when they need to access the internet from a public network or even a network at home, it's more secure to do it through a VPN. And also any geo restrictions based on location, it bypasses those, and it masks your IP address. So it is also good if you want to keep some of your activities hidden from the general internet. And some cons is that it does have some speed issues, whether that means varying speeds or slower speeds. And then network admins at the company don't necessarily have the best control over the devices from the company that are on the VPN. But that's a basic rundown of VPNs and how to set them up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.